It's Monday, February 3rd. You're listening to the Day Weather Podcast. Well, a winter storm is in full gear across many areas of the region as we start this week. Hardest hit the central and northern parts of Wyoming. A lot of roads closed around the Casper area, the central counties of Wyoming. Really getting hardest hit right now with a lot of wind and snow and blowing snow, but weather's deteriorating as well. A coating of ice has formed along the I-25 corridor as freezing drizzle and fog developed along I-25 and I-80 in southeastern Wyoming and some I-80 and I-25 sections of Nebraska and I-25 into the Front Range of Colorado. As the storm evolves and comes together, we haven't seen any major deviations from what we talked about Friday and yesterday with the storm. The heaviest snow will be in central, northeastern, west central Wyoming, places like Lander, Riverton, South Pass, Casper, over to Lusk and Douglas will get the worst of it. Then we're looking at snow, freezing drizzle fog coming down to the I-80 corridor of Wyoming into western Nebraska, then I-25, I-70, and I-76 corridors of Colorado this afternoon and tonight. And then for the day Tuesday, most of the storm will be in southeastern Wyoming, the Front Range of Colorado, and southwest Nebraska before moving out. There's a lot of very cold Canadian air getting interjected with this storm. There'll be a lot of single digits and sub-zero temperatures Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Lots of single-digit and low-teen temperatures tonight. Snowfall amounts are generally going to be moderate for southeastern Wyoming, the Front Range of Colorado, the eastern Colorado Plains, and western Nebraska, with the heaviest part of this storm, again, as I mentioned earlier, more towards the north-central Rockies of Wyoming into southern Montana, and as we get into the Wind River Mountains, the Bighorn Mountains, and the Casper Mountain area. We're expecting the storm to impact areas to our south and east, across Kansas, Oklahoma, could snow as far south as Dallas, Texas with this system before it completely moves out. So it's basically a winter storm situation here for the next 36 hours. Travel will be very difficult. Travel just not recommended unless absolutely necessary, and check with the latest road reports before heading on out. Now, we talked about another round of snow that could come in later this week, and it does look like a pretty good bet that a very energetic and moist jet stream wind that will come from British Columbia through the Pacific Northwest, then will carve through the central and northern Rockies Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. When you have strong, cold, moist winds with a jet stream coming in from the northwest, it's a setup very favorable for snow in the mountains and snow on the plains. This will be especially true for parts of Wyoming and northern Colorado. We could see Thursday night, Friday, into early Saturday, accumulations of snow again. Could see big snow in the mountains of Wyoming and northern Colorado in this setup. And it's also going to interject more cold air into the region. And everything we're seeing in the long term as an active, colder, and occasionally stormy pattern through the first half of February. So there's a lot to go through. The bottom line is winter has made a comeback. After a January thaw and some very mild conditions for the last few weeks for most of you, it's back to a wintry pattern, not unlike what we had in November and early December. So stay tuned and stay informed and up to date on weather conditions. Thanks for listening to the Day Weather Podcast. Talk to you tomorrow.